Hi there and welcome to my September wrap, in which I reflect on both the quality and the quantity of the books I've read in the previous month. And in terms of numbers, it was a very disappointing month. I only managed to finish 5 books and I reviewed 2 of them for the channel. First of them was Anne Bronte's Agnes Grey. It was a good read, but it's very much a tale of two halves. The first half, which drew heavily on Anne's personal experiences as a governess, was excellent, while the second half was genre fiction in the manner of Jane Austen, with the mandatory happy ending, a marriage to Mr. Right. So there we have it. The second one was Marguerite Duras, The Lover, and this was a stunning novel. It's still revolving in my mind 2 or 3 weeks after having read it. It's very short, but it's so powerful and so deeply felt. I recommend looking at my review if you want to learn more about that one. It's my book of the month. The other books I read but have yet to review are these: Gaston Leroux, The Phantom of the Opera. This was really exciting and I'll definitely be talking about that in the coming months. And then Rex Warner, The Aerodrome, and I've actually filmed a review of this, but I haven't got round to editing it. The 5th book didn't make the cut for a review, even though it's very much regarded as a classic. It's A.S. Byatt's Possession. I found it ultimately disappointing. It reminded me very much of Umberto Eco's The Name of the Rose, a very long, a very literary, page-turning read with a quest at the heart of it, and it was the page-turning aspect that kind of won out over the literary worth. I just found I could not read through all of this correspondence between these long-dead Victorian lovers while I was really desperate to follow the quest for these documents. I don't think anyone has ever really read every single word of this or The Name of the Rose, so no, it doesn't make the cut. Now, other books that I kind of half read or have begun this month: Susanna Rowson, Charlotte Temple and Lucy Temple. I read half of this. I read Charlotte Temple. It's melodrama and it's constantly working on your emotions. It's an absolute tearjerker. And there is one amusing moment deep into this when the author suddenly says, "Oh, you might be finding this story rather overwrought." Well, yes, we are. I think we've just cried a river reading this. And so when I finished Charlotte Temple, I wasn't really sure I could go on and read the other half, but it is of critical interest, so I may come back to it. Next, A Chapter of Hats by Machado de Assis. He's regarded as one of the greatest Brazilian writers, and reading a couple of these stories confirms just why. They are astonishing and astonishingly varied, it has to be said. That's a treat, and I'll read that in the coming month. I'll finish it off and hopefully do a review. And then the last book, I did show you this. It's this monster, Frank Harris, My Life and Loves. I would love also to finish this, I don't know, before the end of the year and talk about it. It's going to be hard to drop everything else and just work my way through it, but it's really enjoyable, the parts I've read. And there we have it. We can't always have as successful a month as we might hope. I am going to remain optimistic and believe that October will be better. I hear that there's a kind of Victober tag, which would be great, because this week I picked up Byatt, so I now have all of the Bronte sisters novels here. I've read 2 of them. It would be great to read the remainder and then review them in October. So there we have it. I'll be back over the weekend with another video about my plans for the coming month. More detail will be provided, but until then I must depart. So I will repeat my mantra by way of farewell. Be safe, be strong, and until the next time, Nanu Nanu.